So we're here with a group of our students, and we're going to use morphological analysis so that you can see how the tool works in action. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about morphological analysis and just seeing how far we can take this creativity tool, which I think is particularly powerful. So plotline is going to be important for a story, but it's not the only feature. And here's a morphological chart for coming up with a story or a plot line. A generic story will have a plot line. You can pick one of these standard genres. It will also have a viewpoint, a form, a setting, a period, a tense, a philosophy, the major character, other major characters, principal relationships. And with morphological analysis, what we do is we pick one selection from each row, and we then synthesize and pull these together to make your overall story or narrative. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to work in small teams of about 5 people, and we're going to ask you to come up with a film plot. We have some rather great resources today. We have your wonderful minds, brilliant A2 sheets, wonderful sketching skills, and the obligatory marker pens. So in a moment, I'm going to ask us to split around the room and just work in your teams of 5, work with whomever you wish, and then after a set period of time, I'm going to ask you to pitch back to us your stories. So it's not just about making a selection, it's about making a selection and then synthesizing your ideas. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a go at generating some stories and narratives for our film plots. We're going to take a look and see what the Entangled team has come up for us.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Our story is called Entanglement, and it's the story of the ties between a building and the person who lives within it.
A young man, about 19 years old, in his cell in prison, and he's got a beaten up face. What happens is he is singing this particular song, this particular tune, and he does this throughout the prison, throughout his day. And it's very obvious that he's looking for something, and we don't know exactly what it is.
And it starts off with a robot who opens his eyes, and he doesn't really know what's going on, and he's lost his memories. So he approaches this girl, and this girl tells him that he's meant to fix this spaceship, and they're going somewhere.
We've named our film Ascend. It features dual protagonists, Alex and Maria. So Alex is set in a world where time travel has just been created, and he's been chosen as one of the first ever people to move into the future.
Okay, folks, you've seen that one chart can generate almost an infinity of different variations. And just by making a selection, either by your own choice or by random motion, as we saw with one of the teams, you can synthesize and pull together radically different stories. And this is the power of morphological analysis. It is a tool which allows you to generate solution after solution. It's not so much in the selection of individual elements from each row that makes this work. It's more in the synthesis. It's in the synthesis and the pulling together of the distinct ideas that you provide idea embodiment. And then, as you've seen through, in this case, development of stories and plot lines for movies, you can come up with a really interesting set of ideas. So we've introduced the morphological chart for generating fictional narrative, and we're going to ask you to have a go with this.